Yo, 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 YouTube. Back with another video. Thanks so much for watching. I had a great video suggestion from Zach Stewart, who's a longtime viewer of the channel, asking, a lot of times in my videos I'm showing lots that I purchase, and he requested a video where we don't just stop at showing you what's in the lot, what we paid for the lot, and so forth, but how do we price them when we list them on eBay? And where do we store them? How do we organize them? Things like that. I think it's a great idea. I've never really gone too far into depth on that. I always feel like that's sort of the boring part of what I do on splitting and flipping lots. I have shown you before how I store them, but I'm going to get into that a little bit more and how I organize them in there. So I have two lots that I want to show how I do it, because lots of times I'm buying a very large lot or a collection or a bulk deal, something where you're looking at a couple of hundred cards, and then other times I'm just buying a small lot of 8, 9, 10 cards or even less that I just see a lot of value in and has a pretty quick flip potential. So we're going to take a look at both of them because I do them a little bit differently, and I'll tell you why I bought the lot and then show you where how I list them and where I store them and so forth. So stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. All right, so the first lot I want to take a look at is a smaller lot that I purchased. I just got this in, I don't know, a day or two ago. Haven't even really been able to do anything with it yet, but as you can see from the picture on the screen here, it wasn't listed that well. There's only one photo, there's no back picture of the back of the cards. And the one thing I noticed in the photo, if you look at these finest cards, notice how this one is blue. They're all the same year. This one is blue on the top and bottom, but these two are purple on the top. And I know that color variations, are always something that you want to look for in any card. Second thing I noticed when I was looking for these was finest cards are starting to climb, especially Brady. Well, any Brady stuff for that matter, but you might have heard that, recently from some other channels that have just been talking about looking at other sets that are doing well. And Topps Chrome, Topps Finest, stuff like that has gained quite a bit in value. They're premium cards. They're, the Prism type stock if you're looking at modern cards. And there just wasn't that many printed, and they're not as easy to get a hold of. So if I can buy a decent lot of them, I like that. The other thing was this Fleer Mystique. I think this is 2003. So super early in his career. And I had sold one of these before for, I think, $15. So to buy this lot of all these cards, and I think I can get 15 for this one, it seems like a no-brainer. Now, one thing that was mentioned in the listing is that the cards have scratches on them. But when I looked closely at the photo, it didn't look like any evidence of scratching at all. So I figured I'd take a chance on it and, look at them closer and see what they're referring to as scratches. And I mean, I'm just looking at this card here, which is the most mirrored of all the cards, and I don't really see anything. There's a couple fingerprints, a couple little, like normal wear and tear type marks. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of something on the bottom there, but the card is in really good shape. Not to the point of like, oh, it's all scratched up, it has no value kind of thing. So, and then I started looking at the finest cards, and same thing. I don't see scratches on any of these. And even if even if I'm looking at the backs here, it's not all scratched up. It's in good shape. Nice shiny surface. So I thought, okay, well, this looks like a great lot to buy. There's enough, let's say, scare verbiage to this listing, with having just a front photo and you know, the, oh, these have scratches on them, you know, kind of thing would keep other bidders away. Now, let's take a look at these three, where the first thing I saw that caught my eye was how the top is blue on this one and purple on these two, yet they're all the same card. So, of course, what we want to do is look at the backs, and we have, that's a regular card, that's a regular card. This card is a refractor. Refractor cards have completely exploded in price, especially again in the Brady market. So I really felt like, you know, this is something I could charge a premium for, besides being that it's a refractor. What's odd about it is that it doesn't really refract. So I don't know if it's just if it's an error and it's supposed to have more of a refractive surface. This is from 2010. Why is this one that has the purple top not a refractor? You know, I don't know. So I'll probably have to do a little bit more research on this, but there's definitely variations to these, and I think that will improve what I can get for sales. So those are all the reasons why I bought this smaller lot for this price. But as far as pricing goes, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on these. I did look at some refractor cards from this year, and they look like normal refractors. But I have seen, in fact, I saw a listing for $150 for this exact card, where it's the purple top, the blue bottom, doesn't really look like a refractive surface, and it says refractor on the back though. So, and this one looks like it has scratches, but I promise you that's just on the sleeve. When we slide it out, I don't see scratches anywhere on the surface. So it's in good shape. I don't know if it's just the top then is refractive, and that's why it's purple, because it does kind of like shine purple to blue a little bit. But anyway, so I'm gonna have to look into those a little bit more for pricing. But as far as how I price most of my cards, I generally do it by comps. So I look at, okay, this is a 2003 Fleer Showcase Brady base card. There's definitely going to be a sales history to this card. It's not uncommon. It's not super common, but it's not rare by any means either. It's not numbered or anything. So I look at other recent sales. In my case, since I've been doing this for a while with Brady cards, I know that I've sold one of these before for $15, so I'll probably price it at what I sold it for before, unless I see recent comps have been higher. I have not sold I think this is 2007. Yeah, 2007 Finest. I have not sold a Brady 2007 Finest. But again, super easy card to get a comp on. You're looking at, you know, probably, I don't know, $10 or so, $10 to $15 is generally what I charge for a base Topps Chrome or Topps Finest, you know, 2000s card. So I kind of use that as the base in my head as to what a Brady value is. Now, I paid $12.50 for all these cards. So even if these were all just base cards, you know, kind of taking a flyer on them, that one of them would be the oops, this one. See, it's hard to tell even. That one of them would be the refractor. But even if they were all base cards at $12.50, I was still going to make money on these. Because in my head, I'm going, okay, if I can get 15 for this, let's say these are just base, I get 10 a piece. That's 10, 20, 30. So we're at 45. This one, at least 10 a piece. So that's 55. And then let's say another 10 for this one. So $65. So $12.50 to $65. Early Topps, you know, Chrome and premium product Brady stuff sells super fast. I could turn all these around and sell them pretty quickly and make, you know, $50 minimum on them with not much work. So, and I mean, in fact, if these were all three the same card, I would just do one listing with the quantity of 3. So it'd be super quick and easy to list them. Now, that's something that I do, unless it's a really rare card. I will list quantity in the store. And the reason, do that for a couple of reasons. One, it makes it easier. I don't have to put up a picture of every single card. When they're more common cards, you don't necessarily need a photo of each individual card. It also allows me to create more listings because I can list the quantity of all 3 of a card for one buy it now listing. And then the other thing that it adds an advantage to is some people want to buy things in quantity. You've seen that a lot in my sales day videos where somebody will buy, 15, 20 of a single card. That allows someone to simply go in and type in, let's say I had 10 of these cards. I can go in, select this card, choose a quantity 10, check out, and get all 10 at one time. I also offer a quantity discount. 5% for the second card, 10% for the third card, 15% for any amount of cards above that. So listing them at quantity can help me clean out a lot of inventory at one time. And then it also gives my buyers, a better deal as well. So everybody wins. So that's where I get to with that. Now I will switch cameras here a little bit and I will show you how I inventory these and what I do with them. Okay, so you might have seen a previous video. My wife found these at a reused store, used furniture store, whatever you want to call it. And these are actually fireproof cabinets with all these drawers in them. So they would have had, they were from a police department, so they would have had case file cards in them. There's a little slider. I don't know if I can show you it in that one. Let me try this one. I think this one has the slider up further. Yeah, there's a little slider here that's adjustable, so I can adjust it based on how many cards are in the drawer, so they always stay nice and organized. And then I just took shoebox cardboard dividers for the shoe boxes that you would store cards in, and I slid those in between because one of these rows before the metal divider here holds 2 rows of cards pretty much perfectly. So this was just a no-brainer and works amazing for cards. And like I said, it's also fireproof, very sturdy, slides nice, and it's adjustable. It does have these little label sections on the front of each drawer, which I'd thought about putting labels in, but honestly, I know where stuff is, so I haven't really bothered. So anyway, let's get back to where the Brady stuff is stored. So I know it's the 4th drawer down, just because I've done this enough. So this would be my Brady drawer. Hold on here. Okay, so this would be where I keep all my auction stuff is here. So I auction on my second eBay account. I do all my auctions on there. So I just grab stacks of cards out of here that are meant for auction, and I list them so that they're easy to pull when auctions sell. And that's just a way for me to easily move some inventory and maybe get some buyers in that don't normally do buy it now stuff. They'll bid on some auctions, hopefully win multiples of them and maybe buy something from the store as well. And that's worked out really well. And then here's all my Favre 420 touchdown inserts from Topps and Topps Chrome, and I auction those as well. It's pretty rare somebody buys a single one of these. They're, looking to complete the set of all 442, I think, cards there are. So it's a great thing to auction because, when I sell them in multiples, they don't really cost much to ship, and, the closing fees are less because they're paying for one transaction for multiple cards and so forth. So you can make a little bit of money on those. So when I buy this here is these 2 card boxes here are all 420 cards. So I try to buy them in sets or big bulk when I can get them cheap enough. I try to get them for under 50 cents, and then I sell them for at least $1 a piece. Some sell for more. But it's just a quick, easy, double your money kind of a thing. Yeah, you got some fees in there, so you're probably losing, 10 or 15% of it, to that. But still profit. And I'm not really, stocking them very long or anything. I'm just kind of throwing them in here, listing them on auction. They're easy to list because it's basically all the same card, just a different number. For the touchdown number here, and then they put them on a 7-day auction, and when they're done, they get paid for, and I grab the ones they bought in order. They're all in numerical order, and ship them out. So I like the ease of those. But anyway, these 2 rows here in the middle are all Brady cards. I'm probably up to about maybe 4,000, 5,000 Brady cards. Some are the same, some are different. You know, it's whatever I buy and list, I basically just put them in here in inventory. I have a few of the more rare cards that I don't want to accidentally grab and ship as a base card. So like this is 2005 Bowman, but it's the much more rare first edition version. So I put that in a top load because I don't want to accidentally grab that out and go, oh, this is a base card. You know, somebody bought it and ship it, and then, you know, accidentally send out the first edition version or something like that. And then just some smaller stuff like Panini stickers, you know, things that are small and thin and would easily get lost in with the other cards. So cards are in here pretty safe. I can flip through them pretty easily. Since I don't have that many Brady cards, I have 5,000 is a lot of cards, but not nearly as many as I do Favre for flipping. I don't really bother with like labeling them in the drawer. So yes, sometimes it's a little more time consuming when I go to fill the order because I have to flip through all these to find the cards that I want. But I only ship every 3 or 4 days. So there's definitely multiple cards that I need to pull at a time. So I can generally just kind of keep going down the road and just keep, you know, pulling out the cards that sold. And it's really not that time consuming. The other thing is the more organized you get, the more time it takes you when you're putting the cards in your inventory. So for example, let me grab where's those Brady cards I just had? There. So for example, these are those Brady cards we were just talking about, the Finest and the Mystique card. So let's say, for example, I'd labeled these all by year or by set or something like that. I would have to go to wherever that set is and file each individual card. Well, if you're buying a small lot like this, not a big deal. You go, oh, this is a 2007, this is a 2010. You file it in there. But as I'll show you in my other lot, which is a lot of 350 cards, that takes a lot of time to file them all the way that way. Now, this is the way I look at it. You have to spend your time one way or another inventorying, pulling cards, and so forth. A lot of these cards will sit for a while. They don't, you know, this card might be here for 5 months before it sells. So why spend all the time getting it into a super organized spot when it's probably going to sit? And that's not the greatest use of my time. I'd rather stick them all in here and then only use my time when I sell a card and I need to pull it out. I hope that makes sense. But that's how I look at it. I would rather get my mail, list these real quick, and just, you know, okay, here's the front of the drawer, stick them in there, and I'm done. That's it for the inventory side. And then early in the morning when I'm getting ready to pack orders, then I'm only spending time on the ones that actually sold, and I'm pulling them out. So that's how we do inventory. So let's go take a look at the large lot of Brady cards. And I'll tell you why I bought that lot, what I was looking at in it. It was a best offer. It wasn't what the seller was asking, so I got a much better deal on it. And then we'll look at, you know, how we're going to inventory something like that and get them listed on eBay. All right, so now here's a nice medium flat rate box full of Brady cards. I liked using this lot as an example in this video, because it's a pretty good sized lot. I don't always buy 350 card lots, especially of Brady. They don't show up that often. People kind of hoard Brady or buy Brady for obvious reasons. So with Favres, I can a little bit more often, but Brady doesn't come up that often. So let's take this out of here. She's got them in this nice padded envelope inside the priority mail box. So there should be 350 cards in here. And again, so the reason I wanted to use this lot was because I like the quantity, and I paid exactly $1 per card. I paid $350 for this lot. There's 350 cards. So for me, it's good because I know what my cost is in this. My target price when I'm buying Brady cards is $1 each, because the least I charge for a card in the store is $1.99. Now, after fees, on a $1.99 card sale, let's say somebody came in, bought a super cheap, score card for $1.99. That's the only card they bought, and I ship it out. It's costing me about $1 in fees to get that card out the door. So that's supplies, tape, printing the label, the envelope, the eBay fees, so on and so forth. So that is a break-even card. It is not a bad thing to break even on some of these cards in the lot because I can make money on several of the other cards. But without further ado, let's get this open and see what is in here. So this lot, I also like it because I think it was an interesting listing. He was asking, I think, I'm going to shoot off the top of my head. I'll try to put a picture on the screen of the actual original asking price. But I think it was like $650 or $695 or something like that. The seller was asking for it. So I basically offered half and he took it. Seller had a decent rating. Wasn't new to eBay or anything like that, so I didn't feel like it was a super risky move, making the offer to see if I could get them. And the few of the cards that were shown on the top, again, not a great listing as far as like posting pictures and stuff like that, which is good for me, because generally if I can see a few good things on the top, there's pretty good odds that there's some other decent stuff in that lot. And this was like a liquidation company or something like that. It wasn't a big like Brady collector selling out his bulk or something like that, where they would know all the values of the cards. I'm guessing it was something where they were just trying to sell for somebody else, or they got them in a storage locker or an estate, or something like that, where they're just trying to get some value back out of them and move the cards. There's a couple packs here, so they're packaged pretty well. They're not each top loaded or anything like that, which of course that's always the dream because I use the top loads and those have decent value, but I wasn't expecting that by any means either, that they would all be top loaded. So let's just liberate all the packs here from the bags. See, now to me, a lot of people say, well, I like the thrill of opening boxes and packs and all that. To me, this is my pack opening. So I like buying these more, if you want to call it blind lots, where I don't really know what all the cards are in it. Because it's kind of like opening packs, only I know I'm going to get value because I know they're going to be Brady cards in this case. So we can see they're not all junk. I mean, I'm just looking at the tops of these packs. I mean, here's a 2002 Topps, his first year Topps. Now, this is the second card out of the set, the weekly wrap-up one, but I get 15 or 20 bucks out of these. It might even be a little bit more than that. I might be thinking of the 2003 Topps, but if that's not the 2010 reprint and it's the actual 2002, I can do pretty well with those. I've got a couple of Topps Super Bowl inserts here. This is a Magical Moments insert out of Topps Magic. You don't see that card very often. Here's an Illusions. Nice shiny card, more premium card. Those do well. 05 Topps. Can't go wrong with any of the Topps base. I charge like $5 to $7 for a base Topps card. So this is gonna do well for me. Now, what you have to realize is you're not gonna take, especially because I don't auction them, but you're not gonna take these cards and sell them all the next day and go from $350 to $1,200, which, what I'd really like to do is get about 4 to 5 times my money. So if I paid $350 for this, I'd like to make, about 1,500 bucks in the end. I shouldn't say make, I should say sell for $1,500. So make about $1,200 on them. Here's another nice card. The Crown Royale stuff does pretty well. I think I got $7 or $8 for one of those last time. Here's some more base stuff, some Prestige, some Score, some Rookies and Stars, some Contenders. This is nice. This is the blue parallel, I believe. So you can see the base here, and then this one, or the black, is it black maybe? I'm not sure. It's either blue or black. It's hard to tell in this light. I'll have to look at it closer, but you know, any parallels, anything like that. I've sold the Strata card before, $4 or $5. So, you know, the parallel I'm going to look to get, you know, $10 to $15 for. So, another season ticket. Some of these absolutes, I've definitely sold those. Here's a touchdown club insert. Some more contenders. Here's some more base Strata. Rookies and stars. Prestige. This is nice. This elite. Not even sure what year that is. 12? 15. So again, some lesser printed years, unlike, you know, 20 or 21, 2020 or 2021. If you're buying those right now, they're overprinted. Here's another nice parallel. This is rookies and stars, but that's the, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's the longevity parallel. You can see that under the rookies and stars there. Nice shiny card. I sold one of those recently for $12. A couple more base prestige. Here's a little low-end score. Here's another Crown Royale. A couple more Topps base. You know, good for $4 or $5 a piece there. Epics. This one's pretty cool. This is Monday Night Heroes Gridiron. That's a really cool looking card. It's got red foil on the writing. This is from 2012 Gridiron Football. Do not come across these. I've never had this card before. So that's the other nice thing. I like it to build out my inventory, get more shoppers if you have more stuff. This one's nice with Brady and Breeze on it. Nice little insert out of 2012 Prestige. That should do well. Here's some more contenders. Absolute. Prestige. Another base one. Here's a Bowman. Bowman does well. I just sold a few Bowman today. Of Brady. Here's a couple absolutes. Some more score. Another rookies and stars. Here's another nice Topps one. Topps base. And then a Magic base. I believe that's base. Yeah. Don't see a lot of Topps Magic cards. I'm definitely going to ask for a premium for that. I do not have one in the store. So here's the other thing I do with Brady stuff. The lowest price I will ever ask on a card that I don't have in current quantity. So basically, let's say I take a look at this card. Let's say I have some in stock. I simply just go in and revise the quantity. So it doesn't take me very long to list all these. When you're first starting out, it does, because you have to list each one individually because you don't have them in stock. But you know, let's say I have 3 of these in stock. I simply go in, hit revise, change it to 4, save it, and I'm done. So most of these cards will be super easy. But let's say, for example, this card, let's say I don't have any of these in the store, so I'm listing the first one. Well, the minimum price I charge on a card that I didn't have in stock at all is $5. So if I'm paying $1 a piece for these cards, if I get any cards that I don't currently have listed, that's at least a 5x my money listing. And more. I mean, I certainly don't just charge $5. I'll charge more than that too if it's, you know, a more rare card or it just sells for more. Okay, let's look at the next stack here. So we've got Illusions, which we know does pretty well. This one's nice, the Team Trios with Sony Michel and Julian Edelman. And I think that's from 19 Prestige or Absolute. So we do have some more modern, you know, these are all pretty newer cards in this slot here. Absolute. This one, I've sold a few of these. 10 to 12 bucks a piece. Nice looking card with the sky in the background, in the zone, game face, huddle up. Elites always do really well. Nice. I had recently just sold out of all of this Michigan Prism Draft card out of 2019, I want to say. Yeah, 19. I had probably 15 or 20 of these in stock, and they were just selling out in chunks. So I'm actually happy to get another one of those in. Here's a Donruss, an Optic, some contenders, a star-studded. Here's a prestigious Pros insert. This is the Honor Roll from Prestige. These do pretty well, the Thunder cards. So this is Thunder on here. And then Lightning is Gronkowski. So that's a sweet insert. I'll get $12 to $15 for that, for sure. Trying not to get the piles too screwed up here. These are all in really good condition too, which is good. Sometimes I'll buy big lots and a few of the cards are, not good enough to resell. This is a 16 Donruss. I think, is that an insert? That might be an insert too. But it says yards, green border. Scoreboard, out of score. Some more absolute. These cards do really well, the passing the torch. So this is from 14 Elite. And that's got Peyton Manning. So it's from basically Peyton Manning passing the torch to Tom Brady for league dominance. Franchise insert. I've sold a few of these. They do pretty well. Oops. The Power Up. So this is a 10 points, I believe. Yeah, 10 points down there. Probably get $8 to $10 for that. There's another optic. It's another one of those Air Command. Absolute. Here's a nice crown. I think that's 2017. That's yep, that's Mahomes rookie year. Another Huddle Up, some absolute. On Another Level, Rookies and Stars. Playoff. These are nice, these Tradition. Fleer Tradition. Here's this is a 2000. Now we're getting into some earlier stuff, which obviously helps the bottom line. Hold on one second here. Straighten out my pile a little bit. I don't want these to get out of hand over here. So that Tradition was 2004. So we're getting to some much earlier stuff. So this, I believe, is an 03. 02. 02. You know how I love my 02s. So this is probably going to be $20. Here's an 02 Elite. So that's at least $20. I haven't looked at one of these in a while. I think the Elites might actually go for a bit more. Here's another one of those Tops. First year Tops. This is the correct version, 2002. So nice first year Tops Brady. Just sold one of these the other day, Tops R&R. Threads, I've sold a few of those too. Here's another absolute. Super Bowl Legends insert in Tops. An 07 Tops. This is an 08 Bowman. A league leaders score out of 04. 04 score is kind of hard to track down. I don't see a lot of those, so that should do pretty well. And again, early in his career. Here's an Honor Roll. I think this one's early too. This one's 03, so that one should do pretty well. Here's a nice Fleer Sigs. That's early too, 04. And here's a, let's see, what year is this? This is another 2002. 2002 Stadium Club. So I'll get $20 for that. Here's a 2002 Absolute Memorabilia. Another $15 to $20. This lot is working out very well. This is 2015 score. And then there's a playoff. These I do pretty well with. This is that stained glass Prism Draft card. Had a whole bunch of these at one time, and they just kept getting plucked out by buyers. So that's only 2 of the packs so far, and we're well over, I would say, $250 in my asking price on those. So absolute score. It's a nice little 4,000 yard club insert. Rookies and Stars, some more top space. Prestige, absolute, some 2010 score. Ooh, I don't see this year very often. What year is this? This is '08, I think. '08, so that's nice. Epics, Absolute, Prestige. Here's some threads. Oh, I think this is 2012. I don't see that one real often. Some more epics. Another score. This one's cool. Field Commanders. Score insert. Score. Now you might think, like, geez, what do you want? What are you going to do with all those scorecards? But I will literally have somebody come in and buy one of every year of scorecard or every year of a Topps card. Those are just good old standard brands that, you know, they make nice base cards. They're around every year or have been for a long time. So they have a collector base and they just do well. And I don't have to ask a lot for them. So a lot of collectors, they just want, you know, nice looking cards that they don't have to pay an arm and a leg for. Prestige 14. Here's a statistical standouts insert. Threads. Contenders. Here's a Rookies and Stars. I don't see this here very often. What is this one? 16. So these are all, you know, much lower printed years. Here's a Panini. Another one of those 4,000 yards. I've sold quite a few of these for good money. These go for about $10. Montana and Brady. I've got 3 of those. Look at this. Here's a numbered card. This is a Topps Valor. And it's the Strength parallel, numbered out of 499. 499. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So that'll do well. You know, any Brady numbered stuff it's like printing money, basically. Here's an early, this is 09 SP. Don't have any of those in stock. Here's Topps Chrome. Can't go wrong with a Chrome. This one's a little off-centered, so I'll probably do 12 to 15 for that one. Topps base. Rookies and Stars. Here's the base version of that Valor card, which the base sells well too. Some more Rookies and Stars, Absolute. Look at this. Here's another longevity parallel. The red. Got some nice shine to it there. So it's 2014 Rookies and Stars parallel. Move this stack a little bit so I'm not in the way. There's another Rookies and Stars and the old throwback. These Topps Prime cards do okay. A couple of those in the throwback. Prestige, franchise. I mean, I literally sold one of these yesterday. So it's not like, you know, all their score they don't sell. That's not true. Here's another one of that Gridiron set. I bought a few of these when I bought a bunch of Brady stuff, I think at a show, and I found 3 of these and bought them because I'd never seen them before. I haven't sold any of them yet, so that might be something that sticks around for a little bit. But that brings me to another thing that I do with my inventory. So let's say I'm asking $5 for this card in the store, and I have one of them. And now I've accumulated some more. I've gotten more in other lots, or heck, I bought a big lot of them. Let's say somebody had 20 of these and I bought them for $10 for 20 of them or something. When I list these in the store, I will then drop the price because now I'm motivated to sell. I don't want to keep, you know, a large stock of anything. So let's just say I have 10 of these in the store. Instead of charging $5 a piece, I'll ask for maybe $3 a piece. And I might have somebody buy multiples of them because they're going to get that little bit of a percentage discount on each one they buy. You know, they're looking for one they can grade, you know, something like that. Or they're at least more appealing to somebody who is buying Brady stuff. And if I drop the price, you know, eventually it's going to get to a price where you have a buyer. And, you know, if I paid 50 cents a piece for them and I sold them for $3, I'm doing just fine. Definitely made money on them. And again, the likelihood of someone coming in and buying just this Gridiron card, not that great. So I'm probably going to sell a few other cards with it, which combined shipping and all that, that's where you know, really start to make the money on the lower end stuff. All right, let's do the next pack. So we've got an 05 Topps. There's another 05 Topps. Another 05 Topps. A few Prestige. It's a nice insert. Stars of the NFL. Out of 17 Prestige. One of the things I talk about sometimes in my videos is buying key years of cards of players that were not the key player. So That's probably just confusing as hell, but what I mean by that is in 2017, you're not going to find any product to rip because it's too expensive, because Mahomes is in it. So if you wanted to buy a box of 2017 Prestige, let's say it costs you $800, right? You're not going to buy that and rip it. If you buy it, you're going to keep it as a sealed wax investment, which is what you should do. But what that means is that cards of other players in that set are now harder to get because there's wax that's out there. People are hoarding it, whatever, because of, who was rookie in that year. So getting Brady 2017 cards is not a bad idea. There's another score. There's another Topps Super Bowl insert. This one's pretty cool. This is College to the Pros. So it's got him in his Michigan uniform. 199th pick overall. Crazy. In the 6th round. Nice looking insert. This is from... It's Upper Deck, so it has to be a little bit older. 2009. It's nice. Here's another Topps base. Another 17 Prestige. Here's a Topps 4000. 16 Prestige. Some more Absolute. Donruss. 17 Donruss. I just sold a few of those. Here's another Contenders. This is one of those passing yard, the numbers game inserts. I've sold a few of those. This is cool. This Topps Town card, the blue foil. These were insert in Topps, I believe, and this was like you could collect like digital something out of it if you use the code. I don't know, but the cards look nice. Fantasy Focus insert out of Topps. There's a couple of these score drive ones with Edelman and Blount. Here's a nice card. It's got Brady, Breeze, Stafford, and Eli on it. League leaders. This is an earlier Fleer Ultra card. I think this is this is 03. So those do pretty well. It's nice 08 Classics. Here's another one of those power-up cards. I think this is another one of the 10-point versions. That's good. This one I don't see very often. This is an 04 Fleer Ultra. Those don't come up much. Here's a Authentics. I think this is 03. So again, really early cards matter. They're gonna matter. This is a nice insert highlights. Here's another Brady Super Bowl champion. Patriots with the blue border. Here's another one. Insert nice looking cards. Panini. Signal Callers. Here's another Prestige. Here's a Mosaic MVP. Absolute. Captain's cards. I do sell those. Top Space. Sidelines. Here's an earlier score again. Flashback. Nice shiny card. Signal Callers. Another Drive. This one's cool with Charles Woodson, who just made the Hall of Fame. College Ties. Nice shiny card out of Elite. A couple more of those flashbacks. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. I know there's a lot here, but I wanted to kind of show you how I go through things, what I'm looking for in a lot, and then, how I handle that lot after I get it. So there's 3 more packs here. I think this is actually a pretty exciting video, and I think this lot was really a really big winner. Here's a whole ton of those Dynasty cards. There's got to be 10 of them here, maybe. I think they're all the same one, too. Yeah, they're all TB2. Interesting. So that's a nice little bulk lot. Probably can drop the price on these a bit now. I know I have 1 or 2 in the store now. But this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 of these. That's interesting. But never bad to get a Topps insert as a multiple. Here's a Contenders. 16 Donruss. I just sold a couple of these. They do well. Here, now we're talking Topps Chrome, 2008 Topps Chrome. Any Topps Chrome Brady card, you're looking at, $12 to $15. So Nice pick there. The 75th anniversary of the draft. That's a good one. Here's an elite. This one I think is kind of early too. This Rookies and Stars. This might be 03. Oh no, 16. Yeah. Not as early as I thought, but really cool looking card. I like the design of it. Here's an old school colors. The Michigan. Here's a 2010 franchise. These do okay. I think people like the design of them. They're kind of fun. Here's another longevity parallel. Another 75th draft. Here's the Snow Tops card. I usually get $8 to $10 a piece for those. It's just a base, but they do well. Here's another base Tops. Here's another Tops Chrome. This one's interesting. This is from 2002, I believe. Hometown Hero. So it's got the Penguins, Ray Bourque, and Tom Brady on the other side. Oh no, this is 09. But I've had this card before, and it does pretty well. It's got Boston, I think that is, in the background. Oh no, it would be, yeah, Boston, because it's with the Bruins. All right, there's another one of those franchise. Here's a StarQuest insert. It's the most common one, the black or the silver, whatever you want to call it. So, and here's a nice die cut, MVP die cut out of Contenders. It's a nice looking card. That's 2012 Contenders. So anything die cut, anything with a nice design, that's all easy money with Brady. Here's a 15. Here's a 15 or a 16 draft. This is cool. It's class reunion. Draft picks. Here's another longevity parallel and another longevity parallel. Absolute. Here's a Contenders. Here's another one of those Crown Royale. Crown Royale stuff does well. This is 2012 Contenders. So Prime. Another Prime. Top Space. Contenders. A couple of these Prestige. And then a few more of these Absolutes. And another Crown Royale. So there's definitely duplicates in this lot, but duplicates don't bother me. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want 10 of something and this and that, but I found that to be quite an advantage as a seller to have multiples. You'd be shocked at how many people want more than one copy of a card, or they're, using one to kind of compare to another to see condition, things like that. If you watch any of my sales videos, you'll see I sell lots of stuff in quantity. So now here's another second year Tops. Let's see if it's actually a 2002 or it's the 2010. Nope, it's legit. It's the 2002. So first year Tops. So at least 15 to 20 bucks for that one. And top Super Bowl champs. Sold those in the past. Here's some more Tops base. That's the regular base. These are the top 3, or whatever you want to call them. Fantasy studs inserts out of Tops. Here's another Super Bowl champs, another fantasy. Here's another Valor, another Super Bowl champs. Some more Tops base, another Super Bowl champs. More Tops base, 4,000 yard. Here's another number 3. Another one of those fantasy inserts. Season ticket, Contenders, Top Space, Absolute, but this is early on. 09, yeah. I don't think I have any of those, so that'll be nice. Here's a Topps Mini Chrome. Is this a refractor? No. Looked refractorish at first. It's like if that was a refractor, that would be pretty big money. Here's a Chiclay, or whatever they call these. Old school looking cards. Sold a few of those. Brady before. Here's a Platinum. Platinum always does well. This is a nice Topps Turkey Red. I think this might be, is this 05? 06. I don't think I have any of the 06. This might be a variation background too. I have to look into that. I can't remember what the background's supposed to look like. So here's a Topps Chrome 2014. It's good money there. And then this might even be a complete set of the Brady Super Bowls, because these all look different. I don't know, there's a couple that are definitely the same. So many of these Super Bowl hero inserts. Yeah, this must be Brady 1, maybe. I don't know how many of the Brady's. Oh, that's TB2. Yeah, TB2, and then these are all the regular Tom Brady's. So, plenty of those, which is good. He's definitely a Super Bowl hero. That's obviously his greatest accomplishment, is the number of Super Bowls that he's won. Oh, there was also a Topps Platinum in there, which my Platinum stuff does very well for me. I get 10 to 12 bucks a piece for those. Okay, so this is our last pack then. So we've got that Magical Moments insert up there. Top Zone. Here's a Game Face, but it's the purple. Purples do pretty well. So Contender Season Ticket, another Huddle. Topps Base, a 19 Prestige. Old School Colors Contenders. Panini. There's another Illusions. Score. Base Game Face. Here's some more 05 Topps. Are these 05? I can't remember. Doesn't sound right. Yeah, they are 05. 05 Topps. Those do well. I sell those. They tend to sell in bulk, so I don't keep them around very often. Rookie Debut, those do pretty well. I think that's 06. Here's some more 05 Topps, a couple different versions. This is an 05 Rookies and Stars. Prestigious Pros insert. A couple of those. There's another Donruss. Prestigious Pros again. Captains. Color Rush. 07 Topps. This is nice. Monday Night Heroes. 2010 Classics. I like this one too. Stars of the Gridiron. Here's a Showcase Stars. So we've got a little run of inserts here. Showcase Stars. I don't remember what year that is. 06. Ultra Performers insert. Here's a Sunday's Best out of Magic. Another Topps Super Bowl. Oh, look at this. A second year Topps base. This is like 40, 50 bucks now. Oh, it's 2010. It's the reprint version. That's okay. I can still get $10 to $15 for those. Just sold one of these. This is Tradition. Is it Tradition or Vintage? I don't remember. I have to go back and look, but popular card. There's that one. Here's a first year Optic. So probably 15 to 20 bucks for that. Here's an Elite. 06 Upper Deck. Here's a Prestige. Contenders. Here's a... This one's cool. I don't know what this is. Is that Donruss logo on the top? But it says Super Bowl MVP on it. Super Bowl Tom Brady. Some kind of weird insert out of 08. Donruss. Huh. I have to look at that. I've never had one of those. I don't know if that's like a promo card or insert. ESPN cards do pretty well. Didn't make a ton of those. Here's a Chrome Fantasy Focus. Topps insert. Nice looking card. This one is an 02 box score insert. Press clippings. So, rare early card. Really nice. Here's a Tools of the Game. Genuine inside. I think this is 03. Don't see this card very often. This is an early Platinum. I think this is 03 as well. 04. Platinum. Clear Platinum. Here's an early, this is 08 Topps. This is Flair. What year is this? This might be a parallel too. This might be the red parallel. This is 04. 04 Flare. I'll have to take a look at that. I don't think they had a red border normally. So that might be a good one. Oh, and here's another 02. 02 throwbacks. So that's good for another 15 to 20 bucks there as an 02. So super, super nice lot. Really happy with the purchase. Now let's take a look at how we inventory these. Alright, so this is everything we got in the lot there. There's 350 cards. I didn't count them or anything. I probably will. Not so much to be picky on the seller that, you know, I got exactly 350 cards. I just like it. I like doing inventory. I like pulling orders. To me, that's not work. It's something I enjoy. If you're going to do lower end cards and you're going to do lots and split, you have to enjoy that work, because you can't look at it as a what I make per hour kind of thing. At least I don't anyway. I do it because I enjoy it, and it allows me to buy some spread out my investment risk a little bit. I don't have a ton of capital into each card. They can sit for a while, and then as they sell, I use that money to buy bigger cards that I want, or, you know, more lots that I can split up and grow the money even more. So that's the motivation behind it. Now, as far as inventory, or listing, I should say, how do I do that? So for example, this platinum card, I happen to know I have, you know, this card already listed in the store. So I'll simply go through all these, and the ones that I already have listed, I'll go in and go, okay, well, I've, you know, add one to my quantity. Now let's say for a card like this where I got 10 of them in this lot, I'll go in and let's say I have one listed for $5. I'll go, okay, well, now I've got 11, and I'll ask $3 for them. You know, I kind of talked about that earlier in the video. But that's basically what I'll do. Now let's say this card, which I do not have any in the store of, I will list it, and then I have to price it because I don't have one listed. So I'll probably look at recent sales and then kind of go from there. I don't use auction numbers as the number that I would price this at. I price my stuff higher than an auction would end, unless there's some weird crazy auction that ended super high. But let's say these are ending, you know, for $4 on auction. I'll probably ask, you know, $7 or $8 for, I want to buy it now, and I'll get that for it easily. So that's what I'll do. I did have the one numbered card out of $4.99, so I'll have to look into that one more. I have no idea what the value is on that. Should be, you know, high enough numbered that I should be able to pull a comp on it, and then, you know, decide what I want to ask as a buy it now price on that. And then they will all simply be moved into the Brady drawer, which, as you can see, is getting pretty full. As a matter of fact, I actually have a whole stack of Brady right here that are not in the drawer right now. So I'm going to have to look at doing a little bit of more reorganization and finding some more Brady room. I do have room on this, quite a bit of room on this side of the drawer where I had 420 cards. So I'm probably going to have to expand this out and make another Brady section. So there you have it. That's basically how I go from the lot I take in to how I list, where I put the cards, how I protect them, how I pull orders, organize, all that good stuff. So hopefully that gives you some insight into how I work this. It's not a minimal amount of work. It's not an excruciatingly painful, explosive amount of work, but it's definitely work. So you have to go into it realizing that it's probably more than just buying one big card, listing it, setting it somewhere, and when it goes, you put it in an envelope. But I would argue that in many ways it's a lot less work. If I have a big card, let's say I have a $2,000 card, I got to try to find a buyer for that, and then I got to try to get that price besides. And a lot of cards aren't that liquid that way. Maybe they were, you know, a year or two ago. Today's market, not as much. So I could take a dollar card, stick it in the drawer. When it sells for $5, pull it, send it. Don't have to do any more extra work really other than that. So hopefully you got something out of this. If you have any questions, I would appreciate you leaving some comments, or even just leaving a comment of what you thought of the video. That'd be great. And thank you to everyone who subscribed. This is going to be likely my last video for the year. I'm shooting this the day before Christmas Eve. I am off of work, so I'm going to be spending time with my family. I'm recovering. This is what's left of a black eye that I got falling on some ice. And but I thought this video was a good idea. It would spend in my head for a couple of days. I knew this lot was coming in today, and I thought it would be perfect and pair well with that other smaller Brady lot I got. So I thought I would give you a good example of what I'm looking to do. So again, thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you again soon.